Hello students, welcome to the Sapnas Homeschooling YouTube channel, and today we are going to write class 8 science 14 lesson measurement and effects of heat exercise. Question 1, whom should I pair with? Group A, temperature of a healthy human body 98.6 degree Fahrenheit, boiling point of water to 12 degree Fahrenheit, room temperature 296 K, and freezing point of water 0 degree Celsius. Who is telling the truth? The temperature of a substance is measured in joule. Answer false. The temperature of substance is measured in degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit or K. Heat flows from an object at higher temperature to an object at lower temperature. Answer true. The joule is the unit of heat. Answer true. Objects contract on heating. Answer false. In general, objects expand on heating. There are some exceptions to this. You will learn about them in standard 10. Atoms of a solid are free. Answer false. Atoms of a solid are bound to each other due to the forces acting between them. F. The average kinetic energy of atoms in a hot object is less than the average kinetic energy of atoms in a cold object. Answer false. The average kinetic energy of atoms in a hot object is more than the average kinetic energy of atoms in a cold object. C. Question C. You will find if you search. A thermometer is used to measure. A thermometer is used to measure temperature. B. The apparatus used to measure heat is called a calorimeter. C. Temperature is the measure of the average kinetic energy of the atoms in a substance. D. The heat contained in a substance is the measure of the total kinetic energy of the atoms in the substance. Question 2. Nishigandha kept a vessel containing all the ingredients for making tea in a solar cooker. Shivani kept a similar vessel on a stove. Whose tea will be ready first and why? Answer. Shivani's tea will be ready first. Reason: in a given time, the amount of heat received by the vessel on a stove is far greater than that received by the vessel kept in a solar cooker. Question 3. Write brief answers. A. Describe a clinical thermometer. How does it differ from the thermometer used in laboratory? Answer. A clinical thermometer has a narrow stem and a long bulb filled with mercury or alcohol. There is a small constriction in the stem above the bulb. When the bulb of the thermometer is held in the armpit of the mouth of a patient, the mercury or alcohol in the bulb rises in the stem. When it is taken out of the patient's body, the small constrictions does not allow the mercury or alcohol from the stem to retreat into the bulb. Thus, this arrangement enables us to read the temperature of the patient's body at ease after the removal of the thermometer from his body. The clinical thermometer is graduated from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, or from 95 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. At 37 degrees Celsius, means 98.6 degree Fahrenheit, there is a red arrow mark which indicates the temperature of a healthy person. The thermometer used in a laboratory has a wider range and does not have constriction like a clinical thermometer. So you can see the images. Question B. What is the difference between heat and temperature? Answer. Heat is related to the total kinetic energy of the atoms in a substance, while temperature is related to the average kinetic energy of the atoms in the substance. Heat flows from the body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Thus, temperature is a quantity that determines the direction of flow of heat. It is quantitative measure of the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Higher temperature does not mean higher heat content. Suppose a vessel contains 2 liters of water at 90 degrees Celsius. A vessel B contains 100 ml of water at 91 degrees Celsius. then the heat content of water in A is greater than that of water in B, but the temperature of water in B is higher than of water in A. Units of heat. Heat is usually expressed in calorie, kilocalorie, and joule. It can also be expressed in ergs as heat is form of energy. Question C. Explain the construction of a calorimeter. Draw the necessary figure. So, friend, this is the image of calorimeter. Figure shows the construction of a calorimeter like a thermo flask. A calorimeter has two vessels. The inner vessel, made of copper, is particularly thermally isolated from the surroundings. The outer vessel is made up of wood and is covered with a heat resistant lid. The lid has two holes, one for the thermometer and the other for the stirrer. The inner and the outer surfaces of an inner vessel are polished for minimizing exchange of heat with the surroundings by radiation. A heat resistant ring covers the inner vessel. Question D. Explain why rails have gaps at specific distance. Answer. The rails expand in summer due to increase in the temperature of the atmosphere. Also, they expand due to rise in temperature caused by the friction between the rails and the wheels of the running train. If there is no gap between successive rails or a railway line, the rails would bend due to expansion. This bending and twisting of rails would cause accidents. Hence, a gap is kept between successive rails of a railway line to make provision for their expansion in summer. Question E. Explain with the help of formulae the expansion coefficients of liquid and gas. Answer. A liquid is held in a container. When it is heated, both the container and the liquid expand. The expansion of the container is usually very small compared to that of the liquid in it. Often it can be ignored. Suppose a liquid is heated so that its temperature rises by very small and its volume increase from V1 to V2 experimentally. It is found that the increase in volume V2 minus V1 is proportional to V1 and Vt. Hence, V2 minus V1, so this is the reaction. 2. A gas is enclosed in a container. When it is heated at constant pressure, both the container and the gas expand. Suppose a gas is heated at constant pressure so that its temperature rises by very small and its volume increase when from V1 to V2 experimentally. It is found that the increase in volume V2 minus V1 is proportional to V1 and hence V2 minus V1 or question 4. Solve the following examples. What must be the temperature in Fahrenheit so that it will be twice its value in Celsius? Question B. A bridge is made from 20-meter long iron rods at temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. The distance between two rods is 0.4 centimeter. Up to what temperature will the bridge be in good shape? Question C. At 15 degrees Celsius, the height of Eiffel Tower is 324 meter. If it is made up of iron, what will be the increase in length in centimeter at 30 degrees Celsius? Question D. Two substances A and B have specific heat C and 2C respectively. If A and B are given Q and 4Q amount of heat respectively, the change in their temperature is the same. If the mass of A is m, what is the mass of B? Solution. Question E. What a substance having mass 3 kg receive 600 calories of heat and its temperature increased by 10 degrees Celsius. What is the specific heat of a substance? Project. Collect the information about bimetallic strips and discuss in your class how the fire alarm is made using it. Thank you, student. If you like this video, please like it, share to your friends and subscribe this channel. Thank you so much. We'll meet in next video. My name is Sapna teacher.